still driving and videotaping. Yes, we are. Hey, I going to get some material for that shaker table. I got to get some framing members and whatnot for the, you know, for the frame. And anyway, yeah, I can't go the scrap route the best I know because I ain't got none that good. I need to get some fairly decent maybe U-channel or maybe square tubing. Like I use 2-inch square tubing on the jaw crusher frame, and that worked really well. I'm very heavy duty, but I think I need some U-channel or maybe some square tubing that'll slide in the other square tubing really nicely. A couple things. One of them obviously for the frame for the shaker table, but secondarily, you know, as the trailer's shaking back and forth with the shaker table, I got to stabilize it somehow. And so I got to make 4 legs or something on that trailer that fold down, that can be, you know, screwed down and lift the whole trailer deck up so it's off the ground, off the tires, off the springs. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that right now. Peace, baby. Okay, well, I got 2 pieces of steel. I bought angle iron because they didn't have the U-channel or something other suitable that I thought would work well. So anyway, yeah, I got one that's 120 inches long. The other one's what was it, anyway, it's about 120 inches too. But yeah, anyway, I got some angle iron, a 2x2 by a quarter, excuse me, 2.5 by 2.5 by a quarter inch, and then the other one was 2-inch by 2.5 by a quarter. And so yeah, I'd like to get all the same stuff too, but they didn't have it. So I got what I got. It'll be all right. It'll be okay, I'm sure. All right, peace, babe. Oh, by the way, it was 112 bucks for the steel. Anyway, I got a couple other treasures here too. I got the bolts and the washers, and of course, and the threaded rod. And yeah, that's what I got. All right, peace, baby. Okay, guys, tell another big fat lie. I had to draw things out a little bit on my frame. I made a lot of measurements. I'm sure you guys can do that. Besides that, there's a piece baby for you. Okay, what do we got here? This is the trailer, the back, and this is very outlying here. Way out here is the actual table, that guy. And then of course we got a lower frame here that goes all the way around here. It's basically 2 feet by 3 feet long. And then we got this upper frame, which is not quite so wide. It's actually 20, what is it, 20? Anyway, I have to look at it. 20, I had a measurement here somewhere. I guess I got to make another measurement, dang. Anyway, it's smaller than that one, so it'll sit on top of it like this. And then in the corners here, I'll drill a big hole that won't be thread or anything, but just have a piece of thread all that goes through it that'll be mounted to the lower frame. And then we'll have 2 bolts that we can raise and lower the whole table however we want it, you know, tilt it, and then lock them all down to the lower frame. So it'll be all locked down actually to the trailer deck. And then I got to make some feet for the trailer deck to stabilize the actual trailer. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this lower frame first, and then after that, of course, I'll work on the upper frame. And that's it, baby. You get on your bad motor scooter and ride. Well, this probably ain't a good test for this guy. If it doesn't go through this stuff fairly easily, I'm going to take it off because I don't want to destroy it on a big old fat 1/4 inch piece. So, let's give it a try. Oh, ears. Okay, baby, back to the fiber type. Yeah, that's right. Don't want to destroy my $20 one. I sure don't. First thing in the morning when I feel pocket. One more time, baby. Weak. Something wrong with me. It's like the Evelyn Wood speed painting course. Oh yeah, that should be enough. Yeah, I don't want to do too carefully. That was one of our favorite guys, Earl Smith, especially this elbow. Hey folks, got a little bit more done here. Got the lower frame welded, ground down the bottom, painted it. You know, this is the top side. And of course, on top of this one will go the other frame, the upper frame, which will actually be adjustable for the table, right? So you can tilt it a little bit or adjust it however you need to make it run properly. Anyway, that's the beginning of it. That's the beginnings of it again. The wind went down again and it's freezing. Freezing, baby. Freezing. That's right. Anyway, we're on it. We're on it. We are on it. Anyway. In my pocket, of course. Where else could it possibly be? Alright. Square side. We're welding this thing up here. I tacked a couple spots. I tacked it here. It's the last tack. We can do something with it here. What I'll do is I'll weld, you know, a crossbar in here at that slight angle, right, to give the table the hop, and then of course one in here that are aligned with the feet on the table, and then of course this guy will be adjustable, so you can adjust the angle appropriately, and then of course you'll lock it down with the thread all, your nuts and bolts, and then of course it'll be driven over here. This will be stationary, of course, but the table will be doing its thing. Looks pretty reasonable, huh, baby? Okay. Anyway, let me finish welding this guy up the rest. All right. Earl Scheib, baby. Earl Scheib. My hero. And the painting of the trash cans is free. Look at that. Factory made, baby. Start to get some heft to it, I'll tell you what. So I better clean this one up here. Let me clean it up here. Okay, I tacked this one here at the 15 degrees, and I made the measurements and ensured that this is 15 degrees also. Right about there. Now I'm going to tack this one here too. We got both of our nice 15 degree cants here. Bam. I think you can probably see that in the bottom of the beaker. That's gold. Yeah, pretty good amount too, it looks like. From some CPUs that I processed, just get the gold out of them. You gotta do something when you're building things. That's right, otherwise you don't get no gold. And then you're standing there, oh, I got a shaker table. But I ain't got no gold, baby. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Oh, what's that? It's almost dark. And it's cold a little bit. It's a little bit cold. That's right. I got a couple hours to get on this here today. And you can see I got the table deck sitting up on top of the two frames here now. And dang, I should go get that flashlight because I can't see it. This is my little camera that I bought for, I don't know, 70 bucks or something. But it's pretty good little guy. It's one of those AKASO. Anyway, AKASO. If you want, you can look one up, baby. They're not too bad. Hold this back a little bit. Okay, see, I just got it clamped, right? So I got the bottom frame here, right? And then I got the top frame here, which will have holes in the corners here that will have that thread all, this guy right here. Too much light involved. Anyway, that guy right there, cut off, you know, sticking up so high or whatever, with a bolt, or excuse me, a nut on each side with a washer, so you can adjust it. So you'll be able to adjust this top frame. Of course, you can see I got the spring plates just clamped to the canted, you know, frame in there. They're 15 degrees, like I talked about. You can see that they're certainly canted towards the right there, my right anyway. So anyway, one thing I did notice though, let me see if I can get some ambient light here somewhere, is this. Boy, is it stiff. It's damn stiff. I mean real stiff. And so that worries me a little bit that it's really too springy. Maybe I should have made them 2-inch instead of 3-inch each, because they're pretty tough. So what I'll do probably is I'll end up mounting between the spring plate itself, this guy in the frame, I'm probably going to put a rubber bushing between there, about a 1/4-inch rubber bushing on all 4 of them, you know, 8 of them, because I'm going to have 8 bolts holding it on. And that'll give it a little more adjustable, a little more flex, you know. And of course then I can adjust how much I want, how tight or loose with the rubber on the bottom. And of course they'll have to be replaced periodically if that's what I got to do. Or I can replace the spring plates later on once I see how it all runs and everything. Might be perfectly fine once it's all geared up and everything. It just might feel tougher, you know, by hand than what it will be once it's being driven by gear and a motor. But I don't want it so hard that I got to have like a 1.5 horse motor to drive the thing and torque everything to death. Make it a little bit easier. The deck's fairly flat. You can see it's not perfect, but it's pretty dang flat. And if it's not flat enough, then I have some solutions for it. I figure what I do is if it isn't flat enough, what I'll do is I'll cut a piece of plexiglass It'll fit exactly in here. And of course that EPDM rubber will glue really nice to that plexi for one thing. That's kind of a nice thing. So we can glue that down, bolt, of course, the EPDM rubber, you know, to the edges like I talked about. But with that flat piece of plexi in there, of course, it'll be smack flat then. And then, if necessary, we can put a little spacer in here, and then, of course, right in here, we can bolt it down. We can put maybe a couple of small bolts that are countersunk, you know, on the plexi, not on the EPDM, and then, of course, create our ramp and everything. Anyway, first things first, I'm going to try it just as it is and see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Step by step, baby. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. It's looking good, baby. Yeah, it sure is. Hey, this is part 3. We got the frame built, for crying out loud. That's pretty good. It's been snowy and rainy mostly. Makes it tough to build. But we do got her. We're getting it, baby. One by one. Alright, I don't know if you see me. Can you see me? You can see me, I'm sure. Peace, baby. Remember, I love you, man. You gotta remember that. I do.